Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing a perfume declutter. I've been kind of inspired lately to go through my perfumes again. In the last 6 months to a year, I've kind of been feeling like I've been getting rid of a lot more than I've been purchasing, so my collection is diminishing quite a bit. And that's kind of part of why I haven't been filming new content over here, because I just haven't really been sure what to talk about. But this was kind of more of a spontaneous declutter because I was a little bit inspired by a video that I saw on here. I'll have it linked down below. Another creator, her name is Haley Hewitt, I think is how you pronounce that. Hopefully I'm not wrong, but I watched her video about kind of like the perfume shopping addiction that we've all had, and basically how she wants to stop promoting like excessive consumerism and basically just like a shopping addiction, and how we just keep buying so many perfumes and having massive collections. And I totally feel that. Like, I very much agree with her, but I also know myself, and I know that sometimes I can see things like that and be like, yes, I feel that, and then want to get rid of everything. And I don't want to be like that and then end up buying more things again because I was just like making rash decisions. Because like I said, I know myself and I know how I am, and it can be hard to just completely cut something like that out. So I'm not gonna completely get rid of all my perfumes. I'm not gonna stop making videos over here completely, but I have definitely been inspired and just naturally on my own kind of been gradually moving away from like buying a ton of fragrances and doing a lot of reviews. I think it would be fun to, in the future, keep a smaller collection, but then pick up samples of new fragrances to review for you guys, so that I can review a perfume, but not go out and buy the full bottle, because I feel like that's a little bit ridiculous. You can review a fragrance just as well with a sample size as you can with a full bottle, because you're not going to be reviewing it after a year. You're reviewing it after a few wears or even first impressions. So I don't feel like a bottle is necessary at all. And I don't know why that's so pushed here on YouTube. Like, there's so much pressure for that. But anyways, kind of just a little rant there. I know a lot of people have been feeling this way lately, but watching her video really inspired me to just do another declutter, because I felt like there was a few perfumes that I'm not reaching for and I don't feel inspired to wear as much lately. So I'm going to be talking about those. I also have some body sprays that I'm going to be decluttering as well. We're going to start with a summer perfume. This is by the brand Skylar. It is their scent Coconut Cove, and I really like this scent. I think it's really pretty, but it's not one that I find myself reaching for. I like the scent of coconut, but it's not the type of thing that I tend to grab for in the summer months, and summer is really the only time I would wear coconut, so it's just not something that I find myself going towards. And there are certain coconut scents that I really like and that I would see myself wearing. Like, if Native came out with a perfume in their coconut and vanilla scent, I would totally wear that. But I think it has to be done very specifically. And while this does kind of have that coconut vibe that the Native one does, it doesn't really have that vanillic quality. So it is a little bit salty and kind of has that solar quality to it, like a frangipani note would add, along with that coconut. And while it is lovely, it's just one that I know I'm not really going to ever reach for. I do love the bottle. I think it's so pretty, but again, something that I don't need to do is be keeping perfumes for bottles. So actually, for some reason, that reminds me of something else I wanted to say at the beginning of this video. After I do this perfume declutter, I would like to do an updated perfume collection video, because I've only done one of those on this channel and it's been a long time. My collection looks very different now. So I think that would be kind of interesting to share with you guys. I think I am just kind of going to continue what I have been doing, where I'm not really picking up new fragrances. Maybe every once in a while, if I'm really excited about something, I'm not going to never let myself buy a perfume again. But I do feel like my collection has been looking quite the same for a while now, and the only thing that's really been changing is I've been letting slowly more and more go. So anyways, moving on to the next one. Another perfume that I think is really lovely. Also absolutely adore the bottle on this one, but it's just not one that I find myself reaching for. This is the 22 Oris perfume from Letta. This is a perfume brand created by Stephanie Letta here on YouTube. I absolutely love her channel. I feel like she has really good perfume recommendations, and maybe I will purchase another one of hers in the future. This is really well done and good quality. The packaging, the fragrance itself, everything about it. But this perfume, while it does have a unique quality to it, it also has a very familiar quality to it that to me smells sort of like a mixture of a little bit of the Cloud perfume, like slightly, and then also the kind of like Glossier You type of perfume, or Juliette Has a Gun Not a Perfume. Those perfumes are very like skin smelling and very likable. I think that there's something about it that gives off a very like not a perfume quality, kind of like the Juliette Has a Gun one is called. And I really like that, but I think if I'm gonna go for a perfume like that, I'm gonna go for one of them that is more just focused on that and doesn't have as much of the other notes in there, because I think I would use a perfume like that a lot for mixing. And this one I think is enough of a scent on its own that I wouldn't really want to mix it, but at the same time, not something that's like special enough to me personally that I'm constantly reaching for it. That's not to say that it doesn't smell good. It's just one that I don't get excited about. And I think it smells lovely. And again, like I said, the bottle is beautiful. It's just not one that I'm excited about. And I feel like I don't need perfumes in my collection that I'm not excited about. So that's why I'm letting this one go. And then I have a couple of like dupe house fragrances. These, I love both of these so much. They're perfumes that I have raved about, that have been like staples in my collection for a long time. Sorry if I'm going out of focus, guys. But I just have not been reaching for it. One of them is because of longevity, and that is the Dossier perfume in Oriental Vetiver. This is a dupe for Byredo Bal de Freak. This perfume is so intoxicating, and it's such a good like unisex freshie, but it's not too masculine, also not too feminine, just the perfect in between, kind of leaning slightly feminine maybe. And it's so fresh and woody and just beautiful, but the longevity on this is really bad. Like I feel like it lasts on my skin for like 5 minutes and then it's gone. And I just don't have the energy to wear a perfume that does that, especially if it's in a perfume form, not a body spray. To me, it's just unnecessary. I feel like it's not worth it to put it on. And I don't think all of Dossier's fragrances are that way. Like I actually think a lot of their perfumes last beautifully and have amazing longevity, but for some reason this one just doesn't do it. At this point, it's just sitting on my shelf, never getting picked up, because I know it's not going to stick around. So I have to let this one go, I think, for the sake of, like I said, keeping perfumes that I actually wear. And then the next one, also really, really love the scent of this. And this one does last really well, but it's not one that I grab for enough. And I feel like at this point, it's just unnecessary. This is the Alt Fragrances Cherry Smash number 12. This is the dupe for Tom Ford Lost Cherry. The scent is really, really beautiful. It has a very intense cherry note in the opening, and it's very warm and sweet and like dark. Such a good like night out perfume for the winter time. But the cherry note I find tends to dissipate fairly quickly, and it becomes very vanillic. And I have other vanilla perfumes in my collection that I'm going to reach for over this if I want a vanilla scent. So for that reason, I do feel like this is one that I don't reach for that much, because I feel like the cherry note doesn't last that long. It also has a boozy quality to it that's really nice, but again, I feel like that kind of dissipates with the cherry, and I don't know how much I love that, to be honest, without the cherry. Anyways, I feel like there's other perfumes with a boozy note that I prefer, like the Replica Jazz Club. If I want a boozy, like a nighttime sexy perfume, I'm usually gonna grab for that one in the wintertime. I'm not wearing this or that one right now because it's the dead of summer here, and those just do not do well in the heat. Would not recommend wearing them. So yeah, this is one that I would only wear in the wintertime, and I don't reach for it enough in those months because of the fact that the cherry note kind of goes away too quickly for my liking, but I still think like it smells so good. Like out of the bottle, it's just incredibly delicious. I have too many other sweet perfumes that I reach for over this one now. So sadly that one's going. I feel like I'm talking a long time about these, but I'm just trying to explain to you guys why I'm getting rid of them. Okay, I have a couple travel sizes, but I want to go through the body sprays really quickly first. I think they're all from Bath & Body Works. We have this Candied Violet Sorbet scent. This is just not what it says. It's like a very light, clean, fresh violet. It doesn't have that like ice cream or sorbet quality to it really. It doesn't smell candied. And the longevity is just crap. Like it really just disappears once you spray it within a few minutes. So I don't ever wear it. Like I've sprayed it on maybe twice since I've had it. So this one has got to go. And then we have this Winter Candy Apple scent. I picked this up because a lot of people said this is like their most complimented scent, which obviously if something's really complimented, it makes you want to pick it up. And a lot of people were raving about this. Guys, this is one of those things where I don't care if I get compliments. I can't do it. This smells like pure, straight up, clean apple air freshener. Like if you get an air freshener bottle for your bathroom and it smells like very clean and like cleaner-esque with like an apple note in there, like it has an apple scent, but it's like cleaner, you know? I just can't do it. It says it has notes of like maple leaf and fresh cinnamon in here, but I really hardly get that at all. It's just like an air freshener apple scent. And I just can't do it. Even if it gets me compliments, this is just not something I want to personally smell like. I thought it had potential when I first picked it up, but I realized very quickly I can't do this. So, okay. And then we have Fireside Flurries. This is actually one that I really like the scent of. It's very cozy and warm, and it's great for honestly all year round. It has a very soft, sweet vanillic scent with a little bit of that cloud DNA in there, and I think that's why I'm letting it go, because I had so many of those fragrances with a cloud DNA. And while this does have a unique quality to it and it doesn't smell just like that, I feel like I have other fragrances like that I prefer. Also, other cozy scents I prefer. So this one is just not one that I'm gonna really be reaching for. I already know that. I did wear it a few times when I got it and I liked it, but I don't wear body spray enough to be having a large collection of body spray, so I'm really trying to narrow it down to my favorites. And then lastly, this is one I've had forever. I don't know why, because I've never worn this and I would never will. This is the Bath & Body Works Twisted Peppermint. This smells like straight up peppermint, like cleaner again, but like it has a sweetness to it as well, but it's like just peppermint. Like that's not something I want to smell like personally. So that's gonna go. And then I have a couple travel sizes. Like I said, I have this Scent Bird fragrance from Lalique. This is the Soleil scent. And this, I only sprayed it like twice, so I haven't given it a real fair shot, but I already know I'm probably not gonna really wear this one. It has like these notes in there of, I don't know if it's lychee or peony or something powdery and fresh that sort of gives me a similar vibe to the Chloe perfume. And you guys probably know if you watch this channel, I have mentioned I do not like the Chloe perfume, at least not the original Eau de Parfum by Chloe. Like there are other perfumes from the brand I think smell good, but that one is just not my vibe. And something, at least in the opening, gives me that vibe from this. And so it's just too much. I know I'm not going to reach for it, even if the dry down is different. I'm also trying to narrow down my travel size collection because I reach for my full bottles the most out of everything. So if I'm going to reach for a travel perfume, it's going to be like my favorite, because I do have a few favorites that I only have in travel size versions. And those ones I will definitely use up. But things like this that I just don't feel passionate about, I'm probably never gonna wear. And then lastly, I am obsessed with this perfume. The only reason I'm decluttering it is because I have the body spray version, and I honestly feel like the body spray version lasts just as long. And this one is kind of an old bottle that I've had for a while. So this is Good Chemistry Queen Bee. Like I said, I love this perfume. It's actually one of my favorite scents, especially like in the affordable realm of things. I'm actually partnered with Good Chemistry and I love their fragrances. But like I said, I feel like the body spray version has just as good performance. And this is one that I bought like years ago before I was affiliated with the brand. So I feel like it's getting a little bit on the older side and not quite smelling the same. And since it is a roller ball, I don't tend to grab for it because I can't spray it on my clothes. And Good Chemistry does now have their travel size perfumes in little spray versions, which I think is great. I much prefer a spray in a travel size to a roller ball, so I'm really glad they switched over, but this is in the old packaging, so it is a roller ball. And that is also part of the reason I don't wear that one. So if I want that scent, I'll just pick up the body spray. But anyways, that is it for my perfume declutter. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, maybe inspired you to do a little declutter of your own. I'm sure that I will still, like I said, sometimes purchase new fragrances, but since I have been doing very, very little of that, I thought it would just make sense to do a declutter, getting rid of perfumes that I just am not passionate about and don't really wear, and I can kind of enjoy my curated collection. So I will be doing a video on that if you guys actually want to see that, of like my curated perfume collection that I feel like are my favorites and the ones that are really special to me. So yeah, let me know what else you guys would want to see on this channel, because I probably won't be doing a ton of like hauls, but I would be, like I said, interested to do reviews of new perfumes and just getting like samples, just trying out a sample, because you actually get quite a bit of product in a sample spray, but it's like a couple dollars, or you can get it for free versus having like a massive bottle of perfume that costs like $100 or whatever it is. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye.